My trip to Calgary for Dungeon Fest is fast approaching. And aside from just hanging out with friends and cool people and playing games, the main purpose of the trip is to play test my upcoming game, Kill Screen, with a bunch of people in a convention setting. Now, over a bunch of previous episodes of this vlog, I made this really cool rubber battle mat to act as the playing area, but this game needs hazards. And the terrain to represent these hazards will not only need to work on the board, they'll need to be able to be transported in a light and easy way. This whole thing has to fit in carry-on luggage on a plane. I'm going to start with what I think is the simplest hazard to make, and that is a slick spill. The rules are very much still in the draft period. The whole point of playtesting is to figure out flaws and how to fix those flaws, find improvements, blah, blah, blah. As of right now, there's a variety of different hazards on the track, and one of them is a slick spill, which has a 3-inch radius. So this has to be something that represents a slick, like oil spill, be about 3 inches across, be flat enough that models can enter it, and be small and light enough that it can easily travel with me on the airplane. I spent a while thinking about how I might accomplish this, different materials, and then I realized, why not just make it out of the same rubber mat that I made this out of? It's thin, it lays flat, it's easy to cut. Sometimes the easiest solution is right in front of you the whole time. 3 inches, 3 inches. It's got to be contained within this. This really is such a great material. So I want to cut out this spill shape, but I'm also going to do it at an angle so that there's a bit of a bevel, right? And this kind of tapers down to the table surface. This is an easy material to cut, but I still got to be careful because it takes some force and it's a small piece and I don't want to slip and cut myself. Okay. Laying flat might actually be a little bit of a problem at this size. I'm not sure. It's getting it really tapered. Because I want this to look like a puddle, not a huge bump. Technically, this would just work on its own. This would get the job done, represent the hazard, but let's try to make it look a little bit nicer. However, before I do that, I want to take a second to thank the sponsor of this video, Squarespace.
We'll return after these messages.
Hey, did you guys know that I just recently launched a new website? It's blackmagiccreative.ca, and it is the new home base for my publishing company by which I am releasing games like Idols of Torment and the upcoming Voidbirth, which is previewing on Game Found Now. When it was time to make a new website, I did the same thing I did on my last two. I used Squarespace. Yes, they are a sponsor of this channel, but I happily pay to use their service again and again and again every time I need a new website because it is so easy to use. And it has all of the tools that I need. You can even create online stores and sell services or products. And to make payment really easy, you can now use the SquarePay payment system. I really like running both my web stores through Squarespace. And once this new website develops, I will also use it to run one main master web store for all of my publishing company's products. Go try it out. Use the link in my description, start a free trial, and once you're convinced, use the code BlackMagicCraft to get 10% off your first purchase of your new website or domain. I used to have a bunch of color shift paints that would have been great for this. You know, like the ones that change color depending on which way you look at them. But it seems like I don't have them anymore. I don't remember getting rid of them, but I must have because I don't see them here. And that would make sense since I never really used them. Are they in here? No. I also used to have some pearlescent craft paint. But I bet I don't have that anymore either. Maybe I'll just paint on different colors, like some blues and greens in contrast paint, which isn't super opaque on top, and then cover it in some sort of gloss varnish. I don't know. I think it's worth a shot, I guess. I really have no idea if this is insane or not. This might be a horrible idea, but you never know till you try. And it's not like it's a big deal if I mess up this piece. There's no way this is gonna look good, right? This is gonna look terrible. I'm realizing that these edges are way too hard and sharp. I wanna try to smooth them out so it looks more like a spill. Okay, that's a bit smoother now. Matte varnish, matte clear, matte varnish. Turns out I don't have any aerosol gloss varnish. Do I have something here? Matte satin. I'll just brush on some of this. Well, we'll see how it dries. I can't with any sort of confidence call this good, but I can call it good enough. It will serve its purpose. It'll get the job done. It might not look as good as I wanted, but it was fast. It is really small and transportable, and it will mechanically work just fine. I was sort of thinking, well, maybe I should just use some clear silicone or hot glue and make a little blob on a piece of parchment and drop that on. But I think it's important that this be highly visible for everyone standing at the table. So I do think it's good that it's this dark blob. I don't love how thick it is. I'm sure I can figure out a different way to do it in the future, but I'm not too upset. Yeah, I can run some demos with this. And once some other terrain and more models are dropped on this mat, overall, I think it'll look pretty good. You know, when it catches the light, that little bit of coloring actually isn't too bad. At least it doesn't completely just look like a piece of black rubber, although I'm not sure it looks like oil, but whatever. It's really not that bad, right? Just use it. It's okay. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It's totally fine.